Okie dokie. It should go straight to streaming. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. We're gonna code some more today. We've got 2 labs to get through. So, important stuff. Important stuff. So first of all, let me pull in... I think yesterday or the day before that, I did some work already on what was called the brute force equation. And I just decided to bypass the brute force equation, which in hindsight, probably for like my work, not such a great idea. Who knows? But for now, we're gonna go and move on to the other parts of our labs. Boop, bip. So here's all the instructions, no problem. In these labs, we're using vectors, which is kind of like an array, but a little bit, they've got a little bit more stuff. Hi Shadow King, hi B, welcome. Yeah, I know, more coding, so boring. Hang on, I've got a friend that would like to join in on the... He'd like to see, it's a classmate. Here's the stream. Yeah, likely he'll be helping me out. Okie doke. One other thing I need to pull up is the overlay on top replica. And then select the region. Right here about should do it. Done. Okay, so I'll move this over here. Okie doke, let's get to it. So for this program here, basically what we're going to do is we're going to take an input, read in all of the input into the vector. I'm probably going to need to do some pseudocode. Let's go ahead and move that forward. Assume the list will always contain less than 20 words. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to read in a bunch of like words into this vector, and then it's going to count how many times the word has been inside of the like string, I guess, whatever list I have. So like the example here is hi, or hey, hi, Mark, and then the output's going to tell me, hey was in the string 1 time, or hey was in the line 1 time, hi was in the line twice, so on and so forth until it finishes like the entire output. So pseudocode's going to look something like this probably. Get input and store in vector. So each index of the vector is going to be like 1 word, and then what we're going to do is we're going to like make an individual counter for each word type, and then we're going to iterate through the vector. So take word or take index and compare it to itself. No, compare it to the entire vector, right? And count how many times the value shows up. Okay. So for each word in the vector, there's going to be an individual counter, I guess. How am I going to do that? Next, move on to next index. Just like that. Something like that. We're going to see. Okay, so to start, I'm going to need to list some vectors. Vector string, and the name of this vector is going to be, I don't know, like input, right? Next, vector integer vector, and we're going to name it word count. So something like that, right? I think that'll be... Gotta go, sorry. Shadow King, have a good day, man. Thanks for coming in for a little bit. It was nice to hear from you. Int string error type. Identifier string is undefined. Ooh, that's not good. I hope the music's okay. Maybe I should check my audio. Vectors aren't in the exam, by the way. She said no vectors. Oh, so Shammy's saying no vectors on the exam. Hang on. Vectors are on the lab, though. No worries. All right, so strange. LOL. All right, there. Okay, let me see if I can make string vectors. I see. You're gonna be insubordinate. All right, so string vectors, C++. Constant character times color times 4. That's strange. So I'm just looking to see how to make. Let me look at vectors again and see how they're called. Yeah, I'm calling vectors correctly. So, like, strings can't be modified very much once they're like generated or like the size is made, but vectors can be. They can have like stuff put on the end of them, like taken out, erased, replaced easily. Asked her, she said, but they won't be expected on the exam, only erase and their manipulation. All right, no problem. So for our exam next week, there's only going to be, hey, Mr. No Ride. I forgot to greet myself. What's going on, man? You messaged me on Discord? I must have missed it, man. I was probably reading or something, or working. I forgot to greet myself. You don't have to, it's okay, man. You don't have to greet yourself. Thanks, B. Thanks for clarifying that the music's good. I was going to check it, but you helped me out with that, so it's cool. So I potentially can't use vector strings, which I thought you totally could. Can I have a vector of strings? Can you have a vector of strings? So vector's there. I have strings in my thing here. Oh, it's because I spelled it wrong. Vector string. There we go. There you go, much better. Okay, now. Calling characters and vectors. I need to come here. All right. So I know that I'm gonna have to fill this up with a certain amount of inputs. Worry about Discord later. Yeah, I'll figure it out. So today I have to get through these two little applications, projects, labs, whatever you want to call them, so that I can get on to studying for chemistry, because I have like 3 labs in chemistry all due tomorrow, and I've only done like 2. Like I did one for sure. I half-assed another one, and then another one is completely like untouched. So I really need to get to that. Plus there's a quiz. Now I'm good at math, but this looks more like some this is coding. There's math involved. I did a stream yesterday with some math stuff. This is complex. It depends on your thought process. Some people struggle, some people don't. Every now and again I'll hit a problem that's like, oh wow, I really gotta think about this. Another thing we're gonna need is an integer value or an integer variable for counting how many words. We'll do num words for that. Easy peasy. So the first thing that goes in, according to the input, is the number of words. So we'll do that. Num words. Right? So to get the input for all the words, we're going to do a for loop. For I equal, int I equal to 0. We're going to do I less than. So first thing is we declare the variable for counting, and then we tell it, hey, here is what it's gonna follow. So I is gonna be less than the number of words. So this is gonna tell us how many times to iterate before we stop. And then we tell, once you're done iterating, this is what you want to do, which is I++, which means that it's going to increase the size of I from 0 all the way up until a number of words. Complex is programming for game type of stuff or AI or what? This program is literally just a word counter. A user will input a number of words. It'll be stored inside of my vectors, and then I'll count how many times a word is repeated inside of their input. That's pretty much it. Nothing fancy. I did some other stuff, a lab for like a teacher. They're just looking at like their grades and stuff. All of this stuff is in the hopes that I can like do stuff for games or AI or whatever I want to do, or application development. It's a computer science major, so it's in the hopes. So we're gonna do input bracket I, and then I think close, and that'll be it. So before I do anything, I'm gonna check to make sure that my input's going correctly. I have an example. That's the example right there. And then I'll just see out. Hi, Bongo. Unga bunga. Welcome to the live stream. Nothing crazy today. Just more coding and more work, because that is all my life is now. Okay, so this is gonna test the output once I input it. This is my secret input, the secret sauce. Let's run the program. Very simple right now. Nothing too complex. Input, and it failed. Interesting. Unhandled exception. Encoding practice, blah, blah, blah. So we're not going to continue. I'm going to close this, and we're going to look at the error that it gave me. Oh, googly moogly. Close window. There. Let's see what it says. Error lists. Here are my errors. No errors. No warnings. Can I continue? Hey, behave. Okay. Let's run again. Is it... Input is a string. Yep, I got input for string. Okay, let's see what it says here. Expression vector subscript out of range. How dare you? Ah, right. Okay, so this is actually a problem that I've ran into before. My vector right now is of indeterminate size. We're gonna have to take this, and we're gonna stick it down here below the number of words. I think I'll also have to stick this down below the number of words. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna declare the size of this variable right here with numWords. Did you try asking it politely to work? I did not think of that. Let me try next time it decides to shoot words back at me. That's a very good recommendation, Bongo. I will definitely try that. Let's see. So vector. I need to do pushback on this, right? It's not just maybe. Let's run it and see what this does. Oh, stop. Behave. Numwords. Expression must have a constant value. Well, it does have a value. You'll do this, right? Expression must have a constant value. The value of variable numWords declared in line 31 cannot be used as a constant. Okay, well then we'll use... I can't do constant there. Dang it. So, you forced this upon me, I see. Let's look at the... So then I'll use pushback. So instead of doing this, there's a function in vectors that I can use called pushback. That basically appends items to the end of the vector. So if vector doesn't even start with anything, let's see if pushback we'll do a thing. Pushback, pushback. Where's the pushback function? There it is. So push underscore back. Wait, I did pushback, pushback. Maybe that'll work. No instance of overloaded function. Ah, you gotta be goofing me. So what we'll do instead is come here and do, can I do sin regular input, or do I have to do a temporary input? We'll do a temporary input. We'll do string temp input close, and we'll do temp input in here. One other thing, we'll have to read in the temporary input, and we'll see if that works. Now, what's going to happen is I declared a string input, which it shouldn't be declared here. I'm going to declare it here. What's going to happen is we're going to iterate through this number of words times. It's going to read in the temporary input and push or append the temporary input to the input array. This is going to get confusing real fast. All right, now let's go ahead and take this, copy, paste on here. We get, hey, hi, Mark. Hey, hi, Mark, hi, Mark. We missed the 5. No, we did not miss the 5. The 5 went in first here. That means I'm getting it. I'm getting every single one. So that's great. One thing I'm going to do is put a space here just to make sure that it's, you know, actually getting each index, and it didn't like just print out one index with every single string in it, because that would be dumb. No, it's getting it. So hey is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Thank you, code. Bongo, your advice worked. I appreciate you. Yes, I asked her. She forbid vectors. Okay. So I just got some information about this lab in particular. On our tests, we're not going to be doing vectors. I personally like vectors, but we're just doing the vectors for this lab. So I'm going to have to study extra hard on arrays later on tonight. All right, so this is literally just for test case. Nothing important here. Excuse me. I did this comment wrong. Boop, pop. Here we go. All right. So I think we completed our first part of our pseudocode. Get input and store in vector. Nice. Next, we're going to take the index and compare it to the entire vector and count how many times that value shows up. Now, this is going to take some interesting thought, because each word is going to have like a number that's associated with it, right? So, like for example, hi is going to get a number to itself because there's 2 of them. And let's say there was like another hi right here, right? This output would end up looking like 3 instead of 2, because you know, hi shows up 3 times. So maybe what I do, maybe I'm thinking of it too hard. And so what I'll do is I'll compare it and then output a value and not even worry about another vector. So for example, like I would take index 1, compare it to the entire vector, and then how many times I see index 1, I'll, you know, pop out the number. But this says use 2 vectors, 1 vector for the string, 1 vector for the frequencies. I feel like this, I'm gonna do it my way first, and then we'll see if we can figure out how to use 2 vectors for this. The closest thing I can do to coding is Minecraft command blocks. I've never played with command blocks in Minecraft. I'd be interested to learn. I haven't been in the realm for so long. I really need to get back. I saw Kath Acro's video on the Halloween contest, and I really want to decorate for Halloween because I love Halloween. I also want to do a Halloween stream because I have a skeleton costume that I love to wear for Halloween. It's from my favorite movie, or one of my favorite movies. Donnie Darko, where he dresses with a gray hoodie and a skeleton costume, and that's been my Halloween costume since like I can remember, probably back to junior high. It's what I wear every single year. All right, let's see. So we'll do another iteration. Word count. I'm really just trying to think. Yeah, so for a Halloween stream, I really want to do like a scary game for a stream and like just play live. I think that'd be fun because I do have a lot of scary games that I can play. And then of course I haven't been on itch.io in forever, and I'm sure there's like a million new indie horror games out there that I haven't even like seen or touched, and I would love to play some horror games for Halloween. That'd be dope. All right, so we're gonna do this again. Int I equals 0. One thing that I noticed that I kind of messed up on, not messed up on, I took a practice exam for this class and like did totally fine on all of the practical coding things, but the theoretical, like knowing the names of stuff, I didn't do too good. Cause like, I don't know, I know how to code, but I don't know like the names for things, I guess. Or I don't know like, I don't know, like the intricacies of every single line of code. I just do it, and then when I need help, I like refer to something, you know? All right, let's see. So basically, we're gonna do an if statement. So if the input vector input of I. Ooh, this is rough. Okay, hang on. This is not as easy as it once seemed. So we're gonna need to first select the word. That's one for statement. It's gonna be 2 for statements, I'm pretty sure. So int new counter is gonna be j. Counter j. So long as j is less than number of words. And then we grow j. And it's closed. Okay, now this first for statement is about selecting the word to use. So input. I think actually I can leave this here, and we'll say if I need a counter in here. Int number of words string temporary input, that's fine. Let's do int temp counter, temp count, and we'll put that there. Now if input I happens to be equal to, input j, then what we're gonna do is temp count plus. Nice, beautiful, great. So what's this saying? So if my I, which is here, it happens to be equal to any of the versions in j, which is going to be counting up here. So basically, okay, this line of code, what it does is basically it selects the very first index, and then it compares that index through the entire index, or wait, sorry, that it takes the first index of a vector and compares it to the entire vector, and if that index happens to match any other indexes, it's going to get a temporary count +1, and then it will, count the input, the vector that it just compared everything to, and then it will see out a space, and then also it will see out the temporary count. Yep, temp count, nice, and then end line. great. That's what I want. Let's see. Totally fine. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to reset temp count to 0 so that it can just, you know, do the thing again. Equals 0. Okay. Okay, so this actually should do exactly what I want it to do now. Oh wow, it's running. Let's see if it actually can do what I want it to do though. 5 words, I should be getting a very similar output. It failed. Okay, let's see. What's wrong? Runtime, the variable temp count is being used without being initialized. That makes total sense. Go ahead and close, my love. And we'll come back here. Temp count equal to 0. Continue. And my mouse is broken. There it goes. How long has this taken? 25 minutes. I'm hoping that I can finish this within 30 minutes. There it goes. Hey, 1, hi, 2, mark 1, 2, hi, 2, mark 1. Okay, that's the exact output I was looking for. Didn't use 2 vectors. I wonder if it's a requirement to use 2 vectors other than... Well, it says hint. Hints don't necessarily need to be followed. I only used 1 vector. They might consider this incorrect. So let's think about how they would use 2 vectors. So I've used my first vector to get my input. Second vector is needed to get my word count. So what would I do? Is there a way for me to associate my indexes with the particular words? I think the answer is somewhere right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this and modify it a little bit. So we're gonna select the word, right? And then we're gonna start comparing. And what's gonna happen is we're going to come here, and instead of doing temp count, we're going to do word count. Word count. Is that possible? We're gonna do word count I think this is possible. I don't know if it starts as 0. Is this possible? I never initialized word count, so I think I might be able to initialize word count with this. So we take the curly bracket and say 0, and that'll fill in every single index of the vector is going to just be 0 from now on. So input 1 is equal to word count, blah, blah, blah. Input j is going to be, you know, whatever j happens to be whenever it's iterating. The index for word 1 is going to, you know, be the same for this one. Right? And now what we're going to do is output I, and then also output this guy right here. Word count of I as well. All right, now I'm gonna block this off and see if that works. I have a feeling it will. It looks right. It looks like it's code. That looks like I know some of these words. All right, here we go. Let's go for it. All right, it's running. That's a good sign. It's always a good sign. Let's copy and paste. Enter, and it failed. Why did you fail? Abort. So I get hey 1. Where's the error? It's got to be a logical error probably. I think word 1 is maybe not or word count isn't working correctly. Maybe the initialization was wrong, maybe something else was wrong. Who knows what it was? Let's maybe make word count like a like a regular size vector. Maybe I need to do a pushback. You know? I don't want to do pushback on it. Well, I do. I do want to do pushback kind of. Dang, where am I going wrong? So this for sure worked. This ain't working. I want to modify each variable. Maybe, okay, let me do this. So before I continue with this, let's print out all the values in the vector and see what happens. If I'm not getting any values whatsoever out of the vector, that means it needs to be initialized better. So we'll close that. And what we're going to do is we're going to see out. No, we're going to do a for statement. One of the easy ones. We're going to just copy and paste this right here. We're going to use this for ourselves. Just like this. And then we're going to see out the word count. What I should see, what I'm expecting to see, I don't know what I'm expecting to see because a vector doesn't have a size. I'm expecting to see just a million zeros. I wonder if it'll even do that. I probably am gonna have an issue here. Not gonna lie. All right, let's run it and see what it does. That's fine. Nope, that's not what I wanted. And that's definitely not what I wanted. Let's get my fake input. Put it in here. Yeah, okay. I don't see anything. Vector subscript out of range. Okay, so that just means that we need to initialize this better. Which means this absolutely does need to come down below the number of words. We're going to put it here. And we're going to do num. Oh, I can't do that again. Dang it. I forgot. I forgot that that's not a thing I can do. Oh, you know what I can do though? Is I can just mimic this. Awesome. So we're gonna mimic, so I have pushback here, inputting temporary values into the user input, but what I'm instead gonna do is push back zeros into every single one of the indexes, or I'm gonna generate the indexes for the word count. Okay, so word count, pushback, no temporary value. We're just gonna push back 0. So what's this? What is this gonna do? Basically, it's gonna initialize every single index in the vector for a number of words, and it's just gonna put 0. Now, down here, my word count code should work. Hopefully, God willing, please work. And get my fake input, copy it, paste it, enter, and it works beautifully. And that's it. That's how you do that lab. And we're good. Okay, so here's an alternative way without 2 vectors. Here's the 2 vector method. All right. Now we move on to the other problem in our lab set. I'm gonna save this. Actually, I need to probably just plug it into the other IDE. Give me a second, just to make sure it works. Copy, paste, run program. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I noticed that this is messed up now. Okay, submit. Okay, it worked the first time. Fantastic. Next problem. I wonder if I can just make another source file. It looks like it. I might need to rename this one. Is that possible? Yeah, we'll just name that Lab 1. We'll take this, rename this Lab 2. And then we'll work on Lab 2. All right, so Lab 2, let's get on it. It's a structs lab. Have I not looked at this yet? Oh, this is gonna be cold turkey. Great. Fantastic. Alright, let's do it. Wait, really? I have to do this? Alright, let's do it. Oh, creeper blew up my sheep pen. That sucks. That sucks. Oh no. Since I don't like writing headers, I'm gonna just, you know, come in here and delete all this stuff that I don't use. Do you have cats? You need cats to defend your space. We're gonna get rid of this stuff. Potentially use strings. Do I need strings in this lab? I don't think so. So let me just go ahead and just delete these. I'll add them back if I need them. Let's keep that spaced out, and let's write in our notes. Your program does not need to print the final color mixed. I don't understand what that means. Okay, so this one's a little bit long. Let me read it, figure out what's going on with it. Oh wow, lots of stuff written. Okay. In this lab, you will familiarize yourself with structs through a small exercise. We will be mixing the RGB values of colors together to make a new one. The RGB stands for red, green, blue. Yep. Each element describes the intensity view range from 0 to 255. Black will be 0, 0, white will be 255, all of them. Yep. Create an array of structs, color. The struct contains 3 integers named red, green, and blue. This corresponds to the RGB value of a color. For each array element, ask the user to enter the intensity value of red, blue, or green and blue. The value should be somewhere between 0 to 25, inclusive. The user can enter at most 10 colors. Okie doke. So that means I'm gonna have an array of struct values or struct variables or whatever. That's fine. Additionally, compute the average of each of the red, green components for modularity, implementing a function that returns the average of each RGB component in your dynamic array. The following, called average, should take in a struct array, right? The RGB type for which you want to compute the range. Okay, this doesn't seem that bad. So first of all, we'll write the struct. That's not a problem. We'll do color for the struct, and then we'll start defining it. Obviously, red is going to be an integer, so integer red. Dang it, can I do this? Green and blue? Is that a thing I can do? I sure hope so. Okie doke. Let me just go back to struct's homepage. Just make sure I'm doing this correct. I don't see it anywhere here. Where did I learn about structs? Who taught me that? This one. Chapter 12 is what structs are in. I'm pretty sure I'm making this right. I'm just trying to remember if there's like a return value that has to go onto structs. I think that's actually just, that is literally just functions. I'm definitely gonna need a function, so we're gonna do a, I guess, double. Do I need a double? A double. Average. And it's gonna take in a color. And it's gonna return a double, of course. Return average. Average, like that. What's wrong with you here? Expected a semicolon on the end. Yeah, of course you did. There you go. No? Is that not what you wanted? Where are you expecting your semicolon, you monster? Oh, of course. I'm in my main. I need to get out of the main. Okay. There we go. That's where it belongs. Beautiful. Now, maybe I need to define the struct outside of the main function so that it's accessible to everything. All right, there we go. Basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna make an array of like colors. So we're gonna do color, right? And then user colors with max value 10 and close. So now this is my array, size 10. It's a color array, and each one of these arrays or indexes, let's say user color number 0, it will have 3 different, colors that it can input, however it likes. Now, something weird that they didn't give me it didn't give me like an example input. So in this lab, you were familiarized with structs through a small exercise, not a problem. Let me just reread. For example, black cloud blank. Yeah. Create an array of struct colors. I did that. The structs will contain 3 integers. I did that too. Yep. For each array, ask the user to enter the intensity value of green and blue, or green, red, and blue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a for loop for int equal I. Oh, no. Int I equals 0. The user can enter at most 10 values. Interesting. So I'm gonna just make this how I think it should be made, and then we're gonna see how the other ID handles whatever I put into it. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask the user, hey user, how many colors would you like to make? Num colors, or I'll do num entry, entries, right? We'll initialize at 0 for the number of entries. We'll say cout. And for my code, like any code that I make personally, I like to be really happy in it. Hey user, how many colors would you like to make today? Blip blop, like that. And then I actually can put an inline thing here. I'm gonna skip this song. There we go. How many colors would you like to make today? And then we're gonna have the user input the num entries. Okay. I actually don't think I have to initialize this here since it's going to be put there. Now I can iterate the number of entries. So long as I is less than num entries, we'll continue to ask for colors. Entries. There we go. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is ask for a particular... What I would like to do is personalize it and say, hey, user, for color 1, what are going to be the RGB values? Enter in this format, whatever, But since that's going to take quite a lot more, like I could just literally get through the code and then pretty it up afterwards. But what's important is that I get it pushed into the lab. Okay, or into the other ID. So let's go ahead and just say count. Excuse me. Please list the color values. Or the RGB values. RGB values. Obviously, this is not going to be Hypercord, hi man, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Just coding. It's homework that I need to get through, recording for some fellow students, helping them out. Probably am not helping them out at all, actually. But this helps me in my thought process too, so I'm not complaining. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna input to the user colors dot blue, red, green. Yeah, okay, cool. So first value is always red. Can I put in my index? Is the index gonna go here? Where's the index go for something like this? Is it gonna go here? I'm hoping. Okay. Okay, we'll see what that does. And then of course, we're gonna continue this thing here. We're gonna paste in a second time, paste in a third time, collect R, G, B, and be done with it. How are you guys doing today? I'm not being very attentive to the chat, unfortunately, just because I'm trying to finish this as quick as possible so I can get on to some other tasks for the day. Ah, of course, I don't need this at all because I'm inputting stuff. Must have a pointer to object type. What does that mean, I wonder? All right, how about this? How to call struct values in an array. Let's see what Google says, our best friend. An array of structures. Struct car, character, blah, blah, blah. So this actually doesn't seem right. So what it should be, what I thought it would be something like this. Dun 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 dun. So I made a colors array of size 10. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to call them. Let's run this and see what it tells me. Maybe it'll just give me the proper, like an error to tell me how to do it properly. And then we'll just like, you know, see out the first user color. Of index 0. We'll do this. And it failed. Why'd you fail? Pointer to object type. Okay. So a little bit of a hiccup. That's okay. Array as member of a struct, or an array of structs. An array of structs is what I want. So let's take a struct, for example, car. Yeah, it's got stuff. How can we declare an array of structure car? Right, that is declared. Do I need to put that? Struct color used. Now variable dot make. Yeah, this should be right. Now, what are you getting all upset about this for? Expression must have a class type. Color, user color is class color. User colors is a class color. Here, array is an array of 10 elements, where each element of type is struct car. We can use array car to store 10 structures variables of type car to access individual elements. Points to the 0th element of the array, and this will point to the name member of the 0th array. Right, so this right here will point to the red member of the user colors struct array. Ah, you're giving me a headache. No. So where is the issue? Maybe I need to make the array out here potentially. Yeah, so let's do that. So here's user colors, right? Now it's definitely not working. I'm going to paste in here. Now all of this is working. Maybe I need to define each one of these individually. Maybe this is the problem. Blue, red, green, and int blue. Let's go ahead and take these, take them out, put them over here so that it's available to each function. It does have a class. There. Is that what you wanted? Nope, doesn't seem like it. This is how you would do it, I'm pretty sure. I'm going wrong somewhere. Let's figure out where I'm going wrong. Maybe I need to like do one at a time and see like exactly where I'm hitting issues. Well, how about this? Instead of doing something like that, we're going to comment this out and use it later on whenever I figure out what the heck is going on with it. So first we'll enter number of entries. Am I spelling something wrong? No. Oh, is this not the proper... Oh, it is. I mean, yeah, that's what we're supposed to use for arrays. Cannot convert double color to double. How do you mean? So many issues. What's going on? Let me think about this clearly. It's such a small piece of code. Why isn't it working? So struct color, use colors. User colors is an array. How about we try just making a color, like one color variable. User color 1. Okay. Now, user color 1 is going to have red, blue, blah, 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 whatever, you know? So user color dot red is equal to 188. Aha, so see, my struct isn't working properly. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Ugh. So it was a syntax error. Everything's working properly. I'm just an idiot. It's a syntax error. It's literally right, staring me dead in the face. Ding dong it. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine, everybody. I didn't do anything wrong. Except create a dumb error. Let's go ahead and put this back in. Stupid syntax errors. They're so hard to spot. Like, I'm looking at it thinking like everything's right, and then it's not. There we go. That should do it. Now you go away. I don't need you. Alright, so number of entries. We still failed. But where are we failing? Return cannot convert double. Okay, I'm not using this function, so we're gonna comment it out for now. There. Still failed. Where is it? Main already defined in lab 1. I'm getting crossover with my other lab. Can I put this to sleep? I really want to put this... I don't want to delete it. I really want to keep it, but I don't have any use for it. Yeah, they're mixing too much. Can I... what do I do with this? Well, I technically got the grade already, but I'd like to keep my code. So how about this? We'll just comment everything out of this first one. Ta-da. No. Oh gosh, it didn't work. Well, I don't want to get rid of it. How do I... Oh, can I pause everything? Can I pause right here? Nope. I need to get better with this IDE. How about this? We'll just copy you out. Okay, well, since everything is gonna be kind of stupid, I'll just, I don't know, delete it. Let me see if I can maybe... really don't want to remove it. Alright, here, let me ask the internet. How to stop a section of code from running Visual Studio. How long has it been? Oh, none of that's helping. It's fine. Let's just try to do this again. Yeah, it's right there. And then I'll do it again here. And then once again, we'll copy this out. And then we'll run. See what it tells us. Comment and close at the end of file. Unexpected file. Oh, I'm gonna have to just delete it. What? Well, how lame. Oh, exclude from project. There we go. That's what I wanted. And then later on I can re-include it. Or... or not. I excluded it from the project, but we'll see how many. One, please. List the RGB values. I'll do 255, 255, and 255, and enter. And that worked. I didn't crash. That's all that's important. Now, We'll do double, or no. We'll run average, and we'll type in user colors 0. And we'll have it return whatever we want. How much time have I been spending on this? Nice. So I made so I just got a message. I made some stickers, some digital art stickers for my friend, and he ordered some stickers, and so I will be getting those pretty soon. He just got tracking numbers on them. I'm excited because it's like one of my first digital pieces is actually getting made into something physical, and that's, you know, that's, I feel like that's something to celebrate. All right, where is my lab? Plus, I'm also like, you know, it's proving that I can, you know, maybe get commissioned for digital work, not just physical work, which I think is cool. Cool. Let's uncomment this. I forgot exactly what I was doing, so I'm gonna literally just come in here and do what I need to do. Okay, so this takes an input of color? Yeah, color. So it's in a color array, and we'll just say user color. So then user color dot red. We'll see if that works. It looks to be working. So basically what we're gonna do is add up all of this stuff and then, you know, divide it. So we'll do a double total, right? And then we will initialize it to 0. And then we'll do total is equal to user. Oh, I don't need to initialize it because it's literally just going to be all the colors together. User color dot red plus user color dot blue plus user color dot green. Right, nice. Then we'll have another variable, double average, and that'll just be equal to, average is going to be equal to total divided by 3, and close. And then of course return average, and we're done. That's the average color function, whatever we'll be calling it. Okay, let's go. So how many do I want to make today? I'll make 1 color. I'll enter the RGB values. It's going to be 255, 122, and 10. Enter. Average is 129. Let's see if that's correct. Plus 10 equals divided by 3. Yep, 129 is the correct value. Okay, everything's working. Now, one thing that I haven't done that I need to is I need to close in the range for the RGB values. So basically, it's going to be some sort of if statement that says, hey, your value has to be between like 0 and 255 inclusive. I don't know where I'm going to put that. And I also don't know how it wants me to say, hey, you did the wrong thing, you dingus bingus. And I'm getting a message. It's my sister. It's of her front porch. Oh, she's getting Halloween costumes, or Halloween costumes and decorations for her apartment. She sent me a picture of her patio, and she had like, you know, purple, orange lights and everything, and I really want to go get some lights. All right, let's see what this says about my code and where I'm going wrong. Okay, input 0, 0, 2, 2, 4, 2. So whatever they're asking for. So is it just 2 colors? That's all they're inputting? So they're inputting red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue over and over again. So they don't ask the users for how much stuff they want. They just input all the values and then move on. Okay, fair enough. Now, what is this output that they're giving? 174, 110, 23. I'm not exactly sure what the output is they want. Obviously, my code is much better than what they're trying to ask for. But we'll just move on. So I wonder if I can... so I'm going to make, obviously, a bunch of colors and a bunch of different arrays. My array, like, size is fine. I don't have a number of entries, so I'm not entirely sure how to make it so that, you know, I'm not entirely sure how to repeat enough times, because there's not like a value that they're asking for specifically. Did they put vectors in here? No, they didn't. Can I put a vector in here? Can you guess what color you mixed? No, the program does not need to print the final color mix. Okay, let's read this. Additionally, compute the average of each of the red, green, and blue components. For code modularity, implementing a function that returns the average of each RGB component in your dynamic array. Dynamic array, so that means I can have vectors in here. Nice. Include vector. Beautiful. So that tells me that this is going to be a vector instead of a array. All right. That tells me that some of this stuff is going to obviously change. Not a problem. And then the inputs are going to be one after the other, and then move on to the next array index. Okay. So how do I write a struct vector? I really wish I had kept that other, let me open up my vectors again. And see if we can't, you know, combine this stuff together. Geeks for geeks. Fantastic. So it's going to be a vector of a particular value. Flip. The variable type is going to be color. User array, we're not going to have a size because it's going to be dynamic. Now, what we need is, this seems to still be working, which is fantastic. There doesn't seem to be, like, I can push back into a vector as much as I want. No, I need to do it 3 times. And then once there's no more input, move on to the other thing. So can I read for no more input? Like if there's no input. How to check for no input. C++. How can I check if the user didn't input? If choice is equal to not 0. Okay, so first of all, this for statement is absolutely reliant on the fact that we tell the program how many entries we're going to do, which it's not asking us to do anymore. Can I literally just push back into like each vector? So vector, obviously vector 0 will have red, green, blue. Let me just write the statement for this. So long as you're less than 3, we're going to input. So this is going to do it for one color. So for I equal to 0, so long as I is less than 3, we're going to iterate. Oh no, this is not correct. Or can I do 10? Yes. We're going to iterate through 10. Okay, I guess this makes sense. So 0 through 9, yeah, that's 10 elements. We're going to fill up everything with red, green, and blue. Yeah. Now this ain't working. We can just input everything. Not suitable. No suitable user conversion found for the vector user colors. This has got to take on a user color. So obviously I'm going to need to like iterate through each red, add them all up, and then divide by the number that's in there. So for example, oh, but that's harder. So like, for example, like let's say red has a combo of like 177 plus 5 plus 8. That's 3 indexes filled. But the problem is that like if the remaining indexes are all zeros, this total will be fine. But dividing by 10 is going to give me the incorrect average. I only need to, what do you call it? You know, I only need to divide by the number of values that are actually filled. 0 is not going to cut it. Let me go back here. All right. So what is going to cut it? So this is good for reading in the entries to each individual color. Why you gotta be so difficult, lab? I was supposed to be done with you in an hour. I bet I'm over an hour by now. I've got so many tabs open. How is my stream not struggling with all these tabs? Yeah, it's been an hour and 12 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna delete this. We'll get back to that. Oh, I mean, why am I gonna delete that? I don't need to delete that. This is obviously nonsensical for now. I've got my vector of user colors. Maybe I'm just thinking about this all wrong. So I know that the user is going to input one thing after the other. It's not going to end up being a for loop, I don't think. So potentially... My mouse died again. I'm going to need new batteries soon. Yeah, I get it. I would like to just input the entire array. Do I need 2 vectors potentially? Or just maybe... Oh, this is good music. Maybe I would just like it to count up the red values for a vector. So instead of doing this, it's going to input, like it's going to repeatedly like add up the red values of an entire thing. I don't understand why I can't just give it the user colors vector. Standard vector color user local variable. Is it because that's local? User colors. No, I don't want to modify this too much. I feel like I'm really close. I'm just like not thinking of the specific solution that I need. And the average it was asking for isn't the average of all 3 colors. What it's asking for is the entire set. So like all of the red colors entered and then average those. Oh, my eyes are itching. I need to get a drink or something. I got some water here. I just realized my chat went white. Let me fix that. I don't know how that happened. There it goes. What are you doing open? Close. All right. I am at a loss. Why am I getting confused by this? Maybe I need to start over. Let's write some pseudocode. So first things first, we have to receive the input. Receive color input. Now, the tricky thing about receiving the input is that it doesn't tell us how many times like it's going to input. So I just need to be like prepared to receive all of the input. So once it receives 3, it moves on. Receives another 3, moves on. Receives another 3, moves on. So how would I do something like that? I think I know. So basically, we'll do like a little sub thing here. 1. No, I don't know about that. We'll just do like this. I like this little symbol. So count 3 inputs. If 3 inputs received, then raise number of valid colors. Valid user colors. Then if this needs to be a semicolon, I think. I don't know about grammar. I'm a coder. I'm not an English major. If 3 inputs received, then raise the number of valid user colors. If not 3 inputs, disregard input. Something like that. And that's how I'm going to do it. So to count 3 inputs, I need to do a while loop probably. All right. While I is less than I'm still confused on how to do this. What the heck? While I is less than 3 potentially? Less than 3? Less than 2? Nope, less than 3. 0, 1, 2. Yep. We're going to do all of this stuff. Int I equal to 0 is less than 3. Is that going to work? Looks like it's working. Then we'll do I plus plus. I've got Undertale music playing in the background. I just noticed. Where am I getting? I feel like maybe I'm getting caught up right here, like where it says like, if I don't get the input, like it's not gonna work. So how do I figure like there's not gonna be input? I'm using a vector, so I can use pushback potentially. But how do I use pushback for something like this? Undertale. I love Undertale. It's one of my like it's a really nice game, and the music for it is fantastic. And like for aspiring indie developers, like it's a flagship. Like you have to know Undertale if you want to be an indie developer. It's such a great story. Toby Fox is a fantastic guy, and developer and artist and everything. He basically did the thing by himself. Let's see if we can use pushback on this. I'm hoping we can. I don't know how I'd use pushback though. Let's go into my create an array of colors, enter in red, blah blah blah, corresponding values, blah blah blah. Additionally, compute the average of red. Let's go back and look at some more vector information. Who's your favorite character from Undertale? I love Sans. Earthbound is a fantastic game. I actually haven't had a chance to play all of Earthbound though. I have it on my phone. What is emulated on my phone? I need to finish it. Returns the iterating pointer to the verse value. RB in reverse. Nope. Returns constant iterator. First element of the vector. Returns a constant reverse. Nope. None of this stuff is what I want. Returns the number of elements in the vector. Okay, so let's play around with the vectors for a little bit and see what we've got. So I've got a vector here. Let's go ahead and erase this stuff. I'm gonna start from scratch potentially. I think Sans is definitely my favorite character out of Undertale. Returns the maximum number of elements in the vector. Oh, dang. You know, I do need that other thing. So to play with this, we're actually gonna just, you know, let it be. I'll control Z until I can't anymore. Control Y, back to where I was. Right here. So we'll go back to where it works. So now that it's working again, I'm not going to use this for right now. Frisk, the main character. I think Frisk is a good main character. You know, good like protagonists. Like protagonists are people that you can kind of like feel yourself into. Let's see. I'll do a C out for user colors dot size. Right? Let's see what this does. Run. How many colors would I like to make today? I'll make 2 colors, thank you. And it failed. Awesome. Why did you fail? You know, I like Endine too. I think she's a pretty cool character. But to be honest, the relationship between Sans and Papyrus, I think that's how you say his name. It's been a little while. Like, it's one of my favorite things in the game. Hey user, how many colors would you like to make today? I'd like to make 2 if that's okay. No, you don't like me, I understand. Where are you failing though? If that's not too much to ask. Is it because I'm doing this? I'll let you do that, it's fine. Do your thing. No. Double average color cannot convert argument 1 struct to color. Oh, right, of course. I was not giving you which user color to use. 2, please. Alright, that failed. Now, where are you failing? Arithmetic overflow. Operator plus on a 4-byte value, then casting to an 8-byte value. Don't give me that. Is it because of this? course. Okay, let's come back in. Let's say 1 value. Still failed. I actually don't understand why you're failing now. Ignore, it's out of range. Unhandled exception, encoding practice. An invalid parameter was passed to a function that considers invalid parameters fatal. So user value 0.red, green, blue, RGB, alright. Is this one going to be too hard for me to figure out? It's not, obviously not. But I'm just, maybe I'm getting burned out. Who knows? Unhandled exceptions here. For int equal to I, so long as I is less than the number of entries, which I received here. Do a plus. You input the colors here. Yeah. Maybe I need to, let me comment this out and see if it'll run without this. Close this. Hey, Froy, what's going on, buddy? Close that, and then don't have errors like this. Run it. We get this, 2, hit the error, abort, abort, it's not working. Froy, I've got so much work to do today. I've got 2 more labs due for chemistry tomorrow. This is my last lab for coding, and after this I'll be done. But for whatever reason, this one's giving me a lot of issues. I've really put myself in a corner here, and I think I might need to start over. But I feel like I'm doing it correctly. But I'm just hitting like weird errors over and over again. It's kind of getting me frustrated. The error is here for sure. Can I go into debug mode? So we enter here. How many colors would I like to make? I'll make 2 colors, thank you. And then it fails. And it's not giving me specifics on where I'm failing. On a Friday, that sucks. Yeah, it does suck. And then tomorrow I have a quiz for chemistry. Yeah, I have a quiz for chemistry too, so I need to study plus finish those other labs that they gave me. Oh, so annoying. This code was working perfectly before, and I don't know what I did to it to mess it up. This is right. Yep. Vectors colors is correct. Do I need to size the colors before? Yes. Yes, I do. So we're going to take this, drop it down below here, and then do num entries. Because I'm not doing pushback. Num entries. I switched over to vector. I remember now. So this is an array, like, iterator. And now I'm iterating through vectors, which have kind of like different properties. So let me go ahead and... What the hell? Am I spelling this wrong? Here we go. Now I spelled it right. Of course. It can't be any bigger than 10, so let's just make it 10. Has no member red. What are you talking about? You're crazy. You absolutely have a member red. Has no member red. Let's just run it and see what it does. Fails, of course. Blue is not a member. Green is not a member. How can you do this to me? Oh, my code is falling apart. I really want to start over. This is gonna be the first time I have to start over on a code like this. Has no member red, but that's impossible. It's made here. Did you play Outward with Robert yesterday? Yes, I did play a little bit with him yesterday. We got on last night. I made a new character and was speed running through to what's that place called? The Inmark Forest to go talk to the Blue Collective. Blue Order Collective, I think they're called. I'm just not getting vectors, I think, man. They're messing me up. I really wanted to just like play around with the vectors to see if I could get it to work, and it's just giving me so many issues. So here's my struct, easy. Here's my vector made up of a struct, initialized size 10. Not working, great. Thanks for that. Let's close this for statement. Let's close these, and let's literally just work with the vector. So let's make sure that the vector is working properly. Right. So we're going to do... So the vector is called user colors, right? So what would I do if I wanted to input a user color? User colors, right? For the very first one. And like I want to do red. Right? Now we do a cout of the exact same thing. It should just give us right back the same number. Of course, I gotta close this. Let's just make sure this vector is working, because I feel like I wish I could stay it up, but for some reason I got super exhausted out of nowhere. That happened to you? Yeah, man, I don't... Like, when we were... Oh my god, you're so annoying, computer. You should be working. Why aren't you working? Yeah, whenever I was playing with you guys, I started getting tired. And, like, I knew that I was gonna... I'm used to staying up later because of, like... You know, we've just been staying up later recently. And then I just kept playing... And eventually I just got off. I did get off earlier than I usually do. And went to sleep. And then I woke up like way early today. I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning today. And I was like, what the heck? Why am I awake? And then work started and, you know, I just went through the normal day. To be honest with you, it's not a bad thing that we're getting tired earlier. We need to get back on a like decent sleep schedule. And like, I can do a lot of this work in the morning. But a lot of times like... On the days that I'm like off or going to school or whatever, I'll just sleep in the mornings. But I need to stop doing that. I need to get back to my regular sleep schedule because it's making it harder on days that I need to work to like, you know, get up. And like, I feel so sluggish. All right, you're jerking me around. I don't get it. I've got my vector. Am I missing something else? Is there another library that I need? No. You're just being a jerk. Wait, struct. Is there a struct library that I need? Struct library. C++. My struct seems to be correct. Correct. Yeah. But even today, like, I'm probably going to stay up late to finish all my work. I probably won't be able to get on any games, which sucks. And at this pace, I'm not gonna get through this lab. What the heck? I'm frustrated because this is like not behaving the way I thought it would. So how about this? I'm going to just, instead of making a vector struct, I'm gonna just make a color variable. How about that? Color user color, right? Now we'll input color red, and we'll output color red. This should work. If it doesn't, I'm gonna, I don't know, hurt my computer. Now, let's go. Color red is gonna be an integer, 5. And it gives me back 5. Thank you, computer. I feel that. I actually felt pretty good this morning. Maybe going to sleep early isn't a bad idea. It is not a bad idea. I need to feel refreshed. Blue, red, green, blue. You know, the other day whenever I went rock climbing, I felt super refreshed. Like, I felt really tired right after, and I like went to sleep and I felt great afterwards. We need to get exercise into our routine as well. Let's see what this does. It's probably gonna crash. 5, and it gave me the minimum or whatever values for those because they're not defined. Now, what I would like to do is make a vector. Vector out of color variables. Now, how are you going to behave? Okay, can I make vector struts? C++. Vector of struct initialization. I want to know how I can add values to my vector of struts using the pushback method. Subname, pushback with the value. S1 give segment have functions. Wait. Okay, let me read this really fast. Or I'll bring it over here so we can all look at it. So the pushback method is like, you know, whatever. It appends information onto the end of a struct or onto the end of a vector. Maybe I just need to use arrays. I was using arrays before. Yeah, you said you went on a walk or whatever that night, I think. Alright, screw this. We're gonna make an array. Color, user colors of size 10. Now, I made the array before, but the reason I was trying to go over to vectors because I was having an issue with input. But maybe I just need to reconsider like how input is gathered for an array. Since I have size 10, I'll just read how many times they input maybe and just like have a count. So instead we'll have like integer num colors like we had before, but it's going to be for a different purpose this time. We're going to initialize it at 0. So having a hard time. So these arrays, like, they're going to have 3 values each. Obviously, we're going to do cin for user color of I, right? Dot red. This is what I did before. Yeah, I walked 3 miles, which I usually don't. Might not sound like a lot, but it feels nice to actually get the body moving in some sort of... Dude, 3 miles is a good amount. Like, that's a good amount. Like, you definitely don't have to be down about running or walking 3 miles. Red, green. So I'm glad you got that for sure. I for red, green, blue. Okay, so we're gonna input these. And then we're gonna num color is gonna go up. Okay, so this is the number of colors. It's gonna go up. I wish we lived closer that way we could like work out together and stuff. All I've got is Robert over here to work out with, but he's not around most of the time. And then he goes and works out with Dara. And then even on the days that he is here to work out, like I'll like, hey Robert, you want to go like to the gym at the apartment? And he'll be like, nah, or he just won't answer. And like I can clearly tell that he's in his room, but he's just not answering. So it's like, all right, you're just ignoring me. That's cool. And so I'll just leave. I wonder how this will behave in a for loop. Like if I just stop getting input, if it'll just end the for loop. Okay, I think I know what to do. So let's actually, you know, let's just finish the for loop and then I'll write some words and we'll see if those words actually work. So long as oh, let's just do a while. So while true, and then we'll leave. So let's write these words and see if something, you know, clicks for us. So while true, we'll do this stuff, okay? Let's do a temporary value, actually. So what I'm thinking is like, so if, okay, we'll do a cin for a temp value, right? Now, if temp value what does cin do if there is no value to input? How can you cin get to detect empty user input? Oh, that's interesting. Cin get. What is get? So there's some interesting code here using get line with cin. I forgot how get line works, to be honest. String in equals a blank. Integer in equals 0. Alright, let's look at this code really fast and see if we can figure out what it's doing. So basically, hi Ethan, how's it going, buddy? So basically we start with an empty string. We start with an empty integer, or not empty, it's equal to 0. We're going to do this stuff until something happens. So we're going to see out, please enter a number, and then get line on that number, and put it into in. Now, standard stream s of in, string stream s of in, so it's a file. If s happens to be greater than in, then we break. Invalid number, try again. Dang, that doesn't help us very much, does it? So if temp value, like we'll just get the temp value. We'll see what it does. Red, close, and then we'll do like this entire thing again 3 times for each different one. Green, and blue. And then colors goes up and get goes up. Then what we're gonna do, I've got to, you know, I initialize this as well. Int I equals 0, close, and then temp value, int temp value, like that. Everything's working. Now we're gonna do else statements, else, break, see if that works. Same here, else, break, see if that works. and then else break. Now, so we're gonna input a value. This honestly is just gonna return true. So how do I make comparisons for temp value? Oh, I think what's gonna happen is, like, if there is no temp value potentially, can I null temp value on the end of this? Temp value equal to null. Is that a thing I can do? Nope. And I can't set it to false. I wonder if I can put cin into... Can I put cin into an if statement? Put in if statement. I want input validation. Nope, that doesn't help. None of this helps. This code isn't gonna work. I can already tell. Because this is just gonna return true, and it's gonna do all this stuff. What am I not getting here? I am definitely, like, not getting something here. Like, I've confused myself in some way so that, like, I never do this correctly. Let me read the instructions again. It says a small exercise. Why am I having such a hard time with it then? RGB stands for blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Create an array of struct colors. Done. The struct contains 3 integers. Great, did it. The corresponding RGB values for each element array. Ask the user to enter the intensity value of red, green, blue. The value should be between 0 and 25 inclusive. The user can enter at most 10 colors. Additionally, compute the average of each of the red, blue, and green components. For code modularity, implement a function that returns the average of each RGB component in your dynamic array. Oh shit. B is not getting it either. I'm glad we're on the same page. How about this? We'll do the while true, okay? We'll see how many times, like, it receives input. And if it will, you know, not crash. So 255, 156. Oh crap, I've already messed up, haven't I? I've goofed. Come on, mouse. Come back to me. And then we'll see out for I equal to 0. Do I less than num colors. Okay, and then we'll do I plus plus and say something like that. All right. I don't want that there. That's not good. Like that. See if my buddy's on. He's not. Nope, he's not on. So potentially maybe 2 while statements. I just haven't defined the question very well. So what's it gonna do? User input of unknown size. How do we deal with user inputs of unknown size to arrays? Not only arrays, but like an array of struts with 3 variables each. Not helpful. How have I done this in the past? I feel like I've done this in the past, but like it's so escaping me now. Yeah, I'm so lost right now. Like, I literally have to just like think of a solution. Because I feel like none of my problems or none of my solutions are working right now. So receive the color input. I'm literally stuck at the beginning, receiving the color input. Like I haven't even gotten to the part where I can put in a function. Because the user input is so weird. Or it's not weird, it's really simple actually, but it's just like it doesn't tell me how many numbers it's going to put. It's just going to start putting in numbers. And it doesn't give me like any warning or like any like indication of how much to put in. I could hard code this and like just like cheat the system just to see if I can get it to work. Maybe I should try that first. So every third value potentially, and then every second value, and then every first value. Okay. Let's go ahead and close this off for now and come back to it. Maybe after I do this other like version of it, I'll maybe I'll know what to do. So we'll do int red total, green total, and blue total. Now yeah, here we go. For I it's not 4, it's gonna be a while. While input. Okay, I think that's where I'm having the issue. How to verify, how to tell when user stops input. C++. How to stop the command from taking input, tips and tricks. How to tell when there is no remaining data to be read. C++. Stream peek. Peek the next character. Returns the next character in the input sequence without extracting it. The character is left as the next character to be extracted in the stream. So this is a stream type thing to do, maybe. I keep forgetting to bring this over here to show you guys. I think I've used stream peek in the past. Eternally, the function accesses the input sequence by first constructing a sentry object. Calling this function sets the value returned by g. I'm not getting any of this. Extracts in characters from stream and stores them in an array pointed by S. Oh man, it's going on 2 hours. I've spent so much time on this second lab. Why am I like failing so hard at this? I should have this by now. No, buddy, I'm not doing a live stream tomorrow probably. Because I have tests all next week, so I need to be studying for linear algebra and for this class. And obviously I'm not doing too well, like here. I feel so... Oops, can't show that. That's not something I'm supposed to show. Like, even here, like, I'm failing. Because, like... Like, I don't know how the while statement will end without... without it, like, being told to stop, you know? Oh, you've made me so... You frustrated me so much, Lab 2. How am I supposed to do you? If not, they're integers, disregard input. Like, how do I just determine, like... C++, how to check for... How to check for the end of a string. Maybe I need to bring this in as a string. You know what? That might work. That might work, actually. And then I can just, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. String. User colors. Get line. Cin. User colors. Colors, right? Okay, so that will get the entire thing. I think I might have just figured out my problem. Get line is undefined. No, it's not, you liar. Get line C++. User color. Well, I actually want this to be user colors. Okay, so now I've got this string of like full of like whatever, right? How's getLine undefined? I'm using it right. Why are you being so mean? Why are you being so mean, computer? This is not undefined. See, I've got myself into a funk. I got off my flow and now everything is like just giving me issues. Do I have to do get line? This is what happens. It's an off day for me. I know things are like on the line or whatever. Using get line in C++. Even though I've done this a million times, why is get line not working? I'm so baffled. Okay, here we are. So here's get line. Get line, you input a the cin, right? Yeah. There's get line in work. And why isn't it working for me today? Exactly. Give me the error. What's going on? Get line is unidentified. I very much doubt that. I deleted my other code. All right, let's just start a new source code. Maybe. Like, maybe that's my problem. What is getLine a part of? What library? String library. There we go. There, get line is working now. Oof. I'm gonna take a break or something, man. It's already 7. I need to be doing other stuff. It's like banging my head against a concrete wall. Okay, now I've got this string, and it's got it's gonna have spaces in it, and I need to count every other, like every first, second, and third, and then start over first, second, and third in the string. How to break a string. Okay, here, let's do string functions in C++. Okay, let's just look at some of these. So I know that there's something that I can use in here to kind of parse out each thing that I want. And I use a delimiter for that, which is the space. Pushback, append a character to the string, append, I don't want that. Assign content to a string, insert into a string, erase characters, replace, swap string values. Front, back. Get character of string. Return size of string. That's not what I want. Okay, I know that there's something for this, so how to pull a part of string out, C++. Substring, there we go, this is what I want. Substring is the what's it called? Function. C++ substring. Geeks for geeks, alright. So size, position, size, length of the substring, position of the first character to be copied. I know that I can do delimiters with substring. Substring delimiter over input string parsed get line. Hey Shadow King, welcome back. Delimiter equals this. I'm gonna change this music. I need some more upbeat music. Okay, I've done this in the past. I think I've actually read this form before to get this information in the past. So we're just gonna start parsing this out and getting each color. Okay. So erase is another function that I need to use. String erase function. So let's pull this over here and I'll show you guys basically what I'm looking at. So basically what we're trying to do is parse out each one of the strings with a delimiter. So the delimiter is just going to be space. And then we're going to erase it out of existence or whatever. And then by that time we'll have it put into a vector or we'll have it put into a array, and I think that'll be enough for us. Parsing with a single character delimiter is fine, but what I want to use is a string as a delimiter. Okay, so get line. This doesn't seem correct. You can do string find to find the position of your string delimiter, then use string sub blank to get the token. So S equals Scott blank tiger. Delimiter is blank token is equal to substring 0 to S find delimiter. And so it'll do from here to here. So what I want to do is substring from 0 to my delimiter, which I know for sure is going to be the space. So we will use this piece of code. So we get the line. We've got it in. We've got our information in user colors. We'll make this the delimiter. So we'll do maybe what character delimiter is equal to a single space. Okay. We'll get our get line. Now we'll do C out. The first thing in here, which will be user colors dot substring from 0 to user colors dot find my delimiter. Right? Okay. It seems like a lot of gibberish, but I'm hoping that it'll work. So 255, 20, and 18, enter. And it gives me the first thing. Great. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Now, I want this thing to also delete that next thing. So user colors dot erase from 0 to the same spot. User colors dot find delimiter. Okay. And then it'll do it again. So then I'll ask it to do this thing again, and it should print out the next thing. Okay, so strings seem much more malleable than vectors and arrays or whatever. Oh, it's so frustrating. So 255, 15, and 20, enter. So it did 255 again. It didn't erase, it looks like. So it actually didn't print out anything here. It printed out this first thing, but it didn't print out again. Okay, so what I'll have it do instead is instead of doing another sub, I'll just have it print out user colors entirely. 255, 20, 118. Okay, it prints out the entire thing. Oh, no, it doesn't. It does not. End line. And this will tell us for sure if it actually is or not. So 255, 20, 18. So 255 all the way up to that. So what we'll have it do is erase from there to the delimiter plus 1. Go again. So what happens is the delimiter is being found immediately because we leave that space part of the erase, which is, oh no. So now we can run this again. Copy, paste, and then go for it. And then I should be getting the second number on top. There it is. Beautiful. That's exactly what I want. Okay, finally getting somewhere. Gee, believer. Okay, so now we're basically going to like go through the entire string until it's 0. I wonder what happens whenever we completely empty out the string, what it becomes. So we're gonna do a cout of this, right? And then we're going to erase all of it. User color dot size. We'll do that. Size. And then run. And see what it gives us. 255, 25, 48, 255. It did what it was supposed to do and then didn't print out anything. So how about this? We'll do cout, user colors dot size, and see what the size is, because we can use that to determine, we can use that to determine what we need to set our while statement to. 255, 150, or 15, and then 89. 0. So the string has now become 0. Fantastic. This is all good news, because all this other stuff is total crap. Nah, completely unusable. I'm deleting it. I don't want it. Get out of my face. I feel a little bit better now that I've got some stuff working, at least like the way I'm expecting it to. So now that we have this bad boy, we can basically like iterate a whole bunch. Yeah. Now, while user colors is not equal to user colors dot size. Yeah, this is what I need. User colors of size is not equal to 0. We'll do all this junk. So basically we'll do these two things. Like that. Now we'll have another variable in here. We'll have an integer equal to I. It's going to be our counter. I equal to 0. Or let's say 1. Now, we'll do this thing. And if... Shoot, how do I do this? So I basically want 1, 2, and 3 to be like... So number 1 is red, number 2 is... Oh, I could do a struct for red, blue, and green, right? How about this? Okay, so how about this? It's gonna be super simple. If I equals 1. I mean, I could literally make this anything. Character. I mean, this is even dumber. I'll just do I. It makes it easier. If I equals 1, then what we do is we'll do this. Cout, and instead of cout, it'll be user colors I. Ugh, this isn't gonna work either. J. It's gonna be a vector. So basically what I'm gonna tell it to do is, like, every single time like I have a particular number, right? And then we'll like input into the user colors of that particular color. And then 2. This is basically a switch statement, I think. Yeah, this is a switch statement. I should be making a switch statement in here. Switch for I. Case 1, case 2, case 3. I mean, I really just want to do it this way, but you know, you got to use the tools to learn them. Okay, then break, break. This one too, break. Gotta make a default case. It's gonna be break as well for now. Now outside of this thing, we're going to erase the next thing. And then also take I. Okay, so I equals 1. We make it so that I equals 2 the next time around. It'll go here. I equal 3 the next, yep. And then right here, I will equal 1 to go back to the beginning of the loop. This will eventually make this thing equal to 0 and we'll stop inputting. We'll do J here. Start adding J up. And then J equals int J equals 0. Good Lord, this is, okay, so I don't know if any of, I don't know later on if any of my like coding friends or any of my like school, like people that I go to school with watch this. I struggled so much on this, and even now I feel like this ain't this ain't it, son. Like this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing for sure. Right. So just to make sure that you understand that, like I didn't do this right. I fudged up here for sure. But at this point, I just gotta get it done. This inline is not necessarily necessary here. I'm literally just initializing the values with the string colors. Oh, this is a substring. How do I convert this to an integer? Because I need to start using it as an integer. I'm getting it. Okay. Let's do how to convert a string to an int. All right. Basically, let me see if there's an easier. Yep, Greeks for geeks. Geeks for geeks. That's the website I've been using. So here we go. Using stream class, converting strings to numbers. Int x equals 0. Geek to x. String is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Geeks of this. You input to that. Okay, so I need to use a stream. That seems long-winded. Can I do something else? The string stream, convenient way to manipulate strings. Convert using stoy or etoy. St output to I. Function takes a string as an argument and returns its value. Following the implementation. 45 is 45. 3 point blah 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 is blah. Can I use this? I think I can use this. Yeah, let me use this. Yeah, let me use that. So it's basically, it's gonna be this. stoy. And then close all this stuff inside of that. That'll work, right? Sure hope so. Making so many issues for myself. Oh. Okay, let's hope that this works. So J 0, 1, 2. This is actually gonna be. Remember that this is. Okay, Okay, technically incorrect right now. Color, user, colors. I wonder if this will work. Why do I feel like I really doubt it? I really, really doubt it. I'm gonna have to make another value. RGB. Okay. So let's say user color string. Okay. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this through. I hope at the very least, even though I'm struggling right now, you guys can enjoy the music. Okay, there we go. Now everything seems to be working. Let's go ahead and... I think I can delete this stuff. It's not really helpful right now. So we'll get the line, put it into user colors. When user colors string here, user color string. So user color string gets used up. So while this is not equal to 0, user color string dot size. I need to make sure that this happens 3 times and then J goes up. So how about I put J right here instead? That way it'll go through each one of these. So how about I make an array here? Or no, a vector. Aha, a vector is going to be what I need. Right. I don't know. I don't know how to use pushback with these like this. I know an array will work. So let's do an array of size 10. This is where I got goofed the last time. So here's my array of size 10. And we'll do, of course, J here. J there. And J here. So basically what's going to happen is, since we're starting with index 0, we'll start with the first color, input the red, the green, the blue. And then once we get that, we'll go to J here. Right? We'll go back to 1 first of all, and so it'll switch, come back to 1, go to 2, 3, J will increase, we'll go to the next like user color, and we can do this a total of 10 times, so long as the user string input here doesn't run out. So we're kind of making like a pseudo like stream of inputs for this thing. And that's hoping that the stoi like function for strings will work, which I'm hoping it will. Okay, I'm gonna delete this because I don't feel like I need it anymore. My God. Okay. Now, after all of this is said and done, I'll have a vector called user colors that will have some stuff in it, you know? So one thing that I also need to do is make sure that the input for this stuff is like not outside of range. We'll deal with that in a second. Let's just make sure that this works. Okay, it didn't crash, so that's, you know, good news. But what we need to do is, like, when we first get this line, we'll output the line again. User color string, just like this. We'll get it to output that. And then I'm gonna ask it to also output this bad boy right here. See out what you inputted, please. And then give me a inline. Just so that we are ensuring that we are parsing everything out correctly. Green. You know what I also want to output? I'm gonna ask it to output the J value for it. Yeah, that's what I want. Thank you. And that way I'll be able to tell. Also, like, J will give me the number of colors that are available inside. Oh, I can use J to get the average. Oh, thank God. I just realized that. So J is going to be my count for how much stuff I've got. Fantastic. That's beautiful. Blue. How many times we've iterated. All right. Let's take a look at what our outputs are going to be. 255, 45, 78. Let's go. So 255, 45, 78, 255, and 0. Not good. Something went wrong. So obviously I got the string. I got 255 and then failure. Oh, crap. I just realized I'm completely deleting the string after I use it. This needs to be this instead. +1. Okay. That should fix it. Okay, let's run it again. I feel like I'm getting very close. 255, 45, 89, enter. No, so 255, 89, good. It got to the first number, and then gives me 0. So it's definitely getting the first number, and it's outputting J, and it does this. Okay, how about this? I need you to do an inline here. We're getting closer. I'm not panicking. Enter. What the heck? What did I do? Enter. Okay, 255 and 0. That's fine, all well and good. But why aren't you going again? While the user color string size is not equal to 0. So as soon as it equals to 0, it makes oopsie. User color string, please. Tell me what's the remaining after everything goes through. 255, 45, 78. Nothing. Why is it still deleting everything? This isn't supposed to do this. User color string switch. We got the user string erase from 0 to the delimiter, which is my, space. Should be like that. Okay, how about we do this? Count user color string, please. Plus an inline, please, and thank you. It prints out that, then prints out the string again, and then prints out absolutely nothing. So we'll do dot size. So it looks like the error is happening right here. 255, 45, 78. Yep, it's happening right there. So explain yourself. So here's erase. Oh, my nose itches. Oh. Substring. And then erase. So substring is working here. And then what it's meant to do is, break out. Erase that thing that it just found. Bye, B. Have a good time eating. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it, even though I'm struggling. The moral support is appreciated. Yeah, this video at this point, it's not very instructional. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. So erased worked before. Now, for whatever reason, it's not working. It's 7:30. It's already gotten so late. I'm gonna have a late night tonight, dude. Erase from 0 all the way up to this fine string delimiter. So what I want to do is take this right here, and we're gonna have it see out. We're gonna see out this as well. And that. And it's going to tell us where exactly we're having an issue. So 255, 50, 45, 78, hit enter. Whoa, that's not cool. So this is working. This ain't working. Okay, let's run it again. And see what it gives us this time. 450, 455, and 98. Okay. Now, 0, 1, 2, 3. That works. Now, let's say we erase this and run again. 255, 45, 78. We had an error. Unhandled coding exceptions. Right here? How come? Whoa! Where are you putting me? I don't want to be there. Okay. I know I'm getting the string inside, so I can delete that. And close this. Close some other things out of here. I don't want that open. And all right. Did that thing close? Okay, let's go ahead and run it again and see. 78. Unhandled exception. Coding practice, blank exception, invalid argument in memory location. Right here. Run execution here. Oh, there's no way I'm gonna know what to do with all that stuff. This is usually a result of calling a function declared with one calling convention, with the function pointer declared a different calling convention. I have a feeling that it has to do with this. Because we're getting a substring of this thing. And then trying to input it into this, potentially. There's just too much going on. So maybe I need to do like a temp string or something. So we'll do temp string. And we'll see if that works. If it doesn't, we'll just like go right back to what it was before. Temp string is equal to this. V, and then we'll put temp string inside this. Temp string. And see if that works. What is it? User colors? Just stop. What do you mean you expected a thingy? Oh, whoa. What happened there? Okay, run again. Yeah, not successful build, that's fine. Okay, it's a error with the things here. I got everything there. I've got an extra one here. Yes. Okay, let's run again. 255, 45, 78. Still hitting an error. Oh, so many errors. Why? This is so lame. All right, tell me what is bothering you, code. So I get my string. Got my string. Do this thing. Print out this. What if I just tell it not to print out the thing in here? Let's just like tell it not to print it out. Let's just get it. I don't understand why it wouldn't work. Like it just seems to make sense here. Can you tell me a little bit more about the error? Just continue. Like, see, I'm not seeing any errors. This is all syntax stuff that I'm like getting messed up on, I think. Like, this isn't even my main problem. And like, I don't even think that I fixed the other issue that's over here, you know, where it's like, I'm just gonna delete this out of here and hope that it repeats itself. I equals 2, so we go into this case. Can I just make this, can I just put this back in here? Like, I really don't think it's like messing up. So substring, yep. I don't really think this is helping at all. string. So user colors, I'm just gonna check, you know, my syntax again, because everything seems fine. So I get, you know, I get my first thing and then I don't get anything else because this seems incorrect. Stop bring me into there. So we'll add, I really want to add the one right here. It worked before. Don't see why it's not going to work again. Run again. Oh, it definitely fails. Okay, let's see what it did. 64, and then J goes to 8764? How does that? Oh, no. 87? Wait, 64? What is it doing? I'm so confused at what it's doing. Like, I'm at a loss. So, like, here's my first string, right? It gets the string. So the first value it pulls is 255. This is the 0th iteration, or the 0th color, or whatever, right? Maybe I should have it also print out I for me. Good gravy. Exception thrown. Error list, please. 0 errors, 0 messages. Okay. It's because there's no delimiter on the end, maybe. So maybe if I do something like, do like 255, 45, 68, and then a space again, and hit enter, everything works. It's because there's no space on the end. So 255 works. Then what is it? What is it doing? Okay, so it gets 255. It prints out the remaining 45. Then it gets 45 0, and then it gets 68 68 0. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's rough. This is a rough piece of code. Skip this music. So I don't know if, whoopsie, I don't know if the other input's gonna include that space. I know that this is working now, which is nice. So for example, like, let me run it again. Like, we'll do 255, 48, 78, 98, 45, 87, and then another space, and hit enter. Then we get 25 as our first one. We get 45, 78 left. Right? Oh, no, this is the entire string right here. To 87, then 45, 0. Then it prints out the remaining string. And then we get 78, 0. And then it prints out the remaining string. We get 98, 1. Print out the remaining string. 45, 1. Print out the remaining string. 87, 1. So there's 2 colors. So it's working. Okay. And I just have to remember to put a space on the end. What is one way that I can keep it from, like, ensuring that it doesn't do that? Can I add append a string on the end of this thing? Yeah, what happens if I append a string onto the end of it before I do anything, you know? So we'll get the string, and then let's look how to, like, append something to the end of the string. How to append a string in C++. String appends a copy of string. So let's do that. So we'll do user color string, and we'll say no, it's dot append, and we'll do, can we just do that? Is that something I can do? No instance with that kind of thing. Another string object, a character value repeated n times. So we'll do character in value repeated once. I think that's it. That's how it works. So then we'll go local debugger. Now if we do 255, 48, and 78 and hit enter, it should still, ooh, oh, it crashed hard. Oh, it just, what is that? What did I do? Oh no. Ouch. I really hurt it. Ah. Let's do delimiter instead. That was harsh. That hurt. I did not mean to do that. I did not expect it to freak out so bad. It did it again. What is going on? Am I using append wrong? Oh, she really, the poor program really doesn't like this. Okay. Let me just double check to make sure I'm using append right. Oh, I don't have to do the number if I'm just going to put delimiter. So let's just, oh, it doesn't work. Am I spelling append wrong? A-P-P-E-N-D. I'm spelling it correctly. I don't need temp string anymore. No instance of overloaded function for a character. String begins. Can I append a character? How to append a, can I do, you know, string in here, because like it doesn't want to. Character delimiter. No suitable constructor exists for converting character to string basic. Ah, so lame. Okay, so then I will just type in, so before I typed in a string or a character, now I'll type in a string, see if that works. Go, Batman, go. 25, 4, blah, 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 blah. Enter. It works. It works. It works. Now, let's see if it works if I add a you know, space already. I don't know if that worked. Oh yeah, it works. It works. Ooh, no more crashing. I fixed the bug. Please. Oh, leave me alone. Why? Why bugs? Where what now? What is it? What do you want? I don't get what you're complaining about. You should be working without complaining. 45, 78, 98. That worked. So it got in 45 It erased it, got 78. Yeah, there. Got 78, erased it, got 98, erased it, and closed the book. Now, let's see what happens whenever I do this. It hits an error. Exception, invalid argument at memory location. Baka. So I think what happens is it gets the first thing, it gets 78, erases it, prints this out, gets 98, erases it, gets 45. What's going on here? Why are there two spaces? So it gets 78, erases it, prints 98, 45, gets it, and then gets 45. Gets 45, tries to erase it. And now it's okay, so how about this? I know what to do. So if user color string dot end. All right, here let's do string functions. Returns the iterator to the return iterator to end. Returns length of string. So I want get the character of a string. Okay, so basically what I want is I want user color string operator, and then I'll do user color string dot size. If this is not equal to this character, then you're gonna do this thing. And if it happens to be that, then you're good to go. And then close it with this. Oh God, for the please Lord heaven work. Now, so now if I do 4, 5, 7, da 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 da, and I don't put a space on the end, it's gonna append it and it's gonna work perfectly. Now, if I do, like, you know, add the space on the end, it fails miserably. God. Why? You're a miserable failure, code. Why are you doing this to me? Get out of here. It works perfect because it appended. And it fails miserably because apparently it appended. So great. So what I want to do before I do any of this stuff is print this to see if it's actually, you know, giving me something like, you know, completely usable. Count, or if I'm you know, just asking for something unreasonable. And we'll just, you know, get rid of all this stuff. For now, we're gonna erase our code and then bring it back in a second. $255, $45, $68. What the hell did I get? I'm really not seeing it. Space, so no space. That works. Also no space. So I would expect it to give me the last number as well. So this is actually not giving me jack squat. Return the length of the string. Return length of string. Can I do length instead? Okay, how about this? We'll do a couple of things. We'll do cout user color string dot length. We'll see what that gives us as well. Ten. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What the heck? Did I put a space? I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should have 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 9. I should get 9. Yeah, great. Now, what if we say 1? Cout user color string. That would give me like 9. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got. I get 9. Oh, I got 9, and then I got 2, which is correct. And then 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I asked for the wrong number, I guess. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's so confusing. Oh, it's because the index is 8. Because, yeah, okay. My bad. So yeah, the space is going now. Because it's an index. Okay, so now if we do, you know, user color string dot, you know, size, you know, there, and then minus that by 1. That'll give us, you know, the correct index. Ugh. Now come back. Now if, of course we're not doing a cout, we're gonna do if color user string of the size blank 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 is not equal to the character space, then I will append. I've made so many problems for myself. It's so crazy. Now this should work flawlessly. 5, 45, 78. Got it. Now do 12, 45, 78. Works flawlessly in both situations. I am a genius. Except for the fact that I'm not done yet, and it's still, I've been streaming for a long time. Oh, going on 3 hours. So lame. Hang on, let me look at my camera real fast, I think. Just turn it a little bit, because I've been like sitting back a lot. Alright. Okay, now. This part of the code is working. And we're getting like how many colors we have inside. One thing that I haven't like accounted for yet is if they happen to input a color out of range, you know? But we're not going to deal with that right now. Next, we're going to focus on writing the function for a, we're going to write a function that returns the average of all of the colors. We're going to write a color function. It returns a color. Okay. It's going to be called average. It's going to take in a color named user colors. Okay, and then what it's going to do is it's going to add up all the stuff and then, you know, do that other thing, whatever. Colors, average. I know that average dot red is going to be equal to all of the red values added up. And then divide that bad boy by j, which I might need to make a global variable. I'm going to input also an integer of num colors. And I'll input j to here for that. So it'll be a sum here. Okay, great. Some colors of red. Add it up. And then I'm going to have another colors variable named temp color or temp value. It's going to be a temporary value. And it's going to be how I sum up everything. So basically for I equal to 0, int I equals 0, we're going to do I less than num colors. We're going to do this twice, or if we happen to have two colors, we'll do it twice. Colors. We'll do I is equal to I plus 3, just like that. So we'll start with 0, then we'll go to 3. Yeah, okay, that'll work. We're gonna do temp dot red is equal to temp dot red plus user colors of user color I. Okay, so whatever they happen to input, user color I, the first thing will go to 0. The first index will be added to temp red, you know. I have to initialize this, don't I? So we're actually going to take it out of this pot and go colors, or color temp equal to 0. I hope that works. Right, so we'll do temp temp dot red divided by number of colors. There you go. that did it. Now what's wrong here? Colors used, no operator matches the operand for user colors. Ah, right. So user colors dot red. That should do it. Because like it puts in user color. Yeah. And then I need to make this an array of 10 as well, so that I can, there you go, perfect. Oh my goodness. So copy this, paste, paste. So this will basically add up all the reds. This is gonna add up all the greens. So I of equal to 1. And this is gonna be I equal to 2. So then it'll just, you know, this will count up all the reds, this will count up all the greens, and this will count up all the blues. And then of course, we can repeat this. You know, actually we need to put this down below. Like that. So we'll do reds, greens, and blues. Whoops. Blues. Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Red. Greens. And blues. This is going to return average, which is another the color variable. So I need to come down here and make another color variable named average. All right, and then come here and say average is equal to average with the input of user colors and J. And that should work for average. Local variable. Color, I'll do color average. How about that? And that'll fix it. That's the name of the function. There you go. Average is equal to color average. And then we can see out the information. So we'll do parentheses. Average dot red. Print a thing like that. And then keep going. Oh, that's not what I wanted, I guess. Red, green, red, green, and blue. And then close it with the parentheses. And then end the line. And that should be it. Oh, wow. This was a rough lab. Okay. Got 255, got 48. Got 78. Now it looks like I'm getting, since one color the average is 25, it should be 25, 45, 78, and I'm not getting that. That's okay. I'm gonna need some explanation though. So before I print out here, what I'm gonna do is do cout, and I'm gonna get each of the colors that I got. User colors. You know, it's gonna be 0 dot red. I'm gonna have it cout every single one of them. Red, green, and blue, just to make sure that, you know, it's giving me the proper values. 123, 45, and 78. 123, 45, 78. So everything's going in properly. It looks like it's not getting added up good though. So that's okay. So basically what this is going to do is add up all my red values. And then we start at I equals to 1. So the issue with this is that num of colors is getting, you know, messed up. So we'll do add 1 here to num of colors, and we'll also do add 2 here for num of colors, because it's immediately like stopping and like not giving it a chance. Let's run it again. So we need it to at least run 1 time. There we go. No, that's not working. Okay, I see what I'm doing. So I'm using 2 variables here incorrectly. So so I don't need to do all this stuff. I understand what's going on. So the error is coming in the fact that my I is immediately becoming larger than the number of colors. So I'm using I to at once like tell me how many times I need to do it, and also give me the indexes, the proper indexes. So what I really should be doing is having like a separate number for indexes and then a number for like number of iterations. There needs to be 2. So inside here, I can do, like I can just make I my iterator, since it like usually stands for that anyhoosies. And that's totally fine. So this is how many times we'll repeat this process. Not an issue. But what I need to do is on the inside, I need to make a like a j, like I need to have my j do something, which is how many times, like, you know, I should do a certain thing. So this will get 0. That's fine. Let's do something like this. Reds equals 0. Okay. Int greens equals 1s, and int blues equal 2. Okay. Now we'll do user colors. I want the reds, and we'll do reds equals reds plus 3. And then here, oh shoot, what have I done? Temp green, green, and then we'll do greens. There was another issue I saw. I made another mistake, but I fixed it before I think it showed through the code, so we'll, not blues. User colors blue, for the indexes blues. We'll change temp for blue, and we'll do here, greens equals greens plus 3. So whatever that index happens to start as, it'll increase. And then blues equals blues plus 3. Close. And let's hope that to God that this works. It did not. I forgot a semicolon. Run again. To 125, 255, and then 45. Still getting an error right here. So it's not pulling any information. So that's okay. We'll keep working to figure out where it's at. So this will repeat, like let's say I have two colors, it'll repeat. Oh, okay. Another issue is that, so 0. So my J always starts off as 0. So I want this to be equal to. So that'll go up right to the same number. Okay, let's go again. 255, 45, 8. Now it's, oh, now it's really junk. Because I provided J here. So let's say like I do this do all this stuff. J goes up from 0 to 1. Wait, where is it? I lost it. So J has to go up to 1 at least from 0. Because it hits this third number and gets the blue. So you start with 0. So temp green starts at 0 equals greens. And then this changes to, instead of 1, it changes to 3. So next time it comes around, this number will be 4, which will give me the correct index for user colors. Maybe these need to be double. I hope this doesn't mess up anything. So I got 255, but my other numbers are definitely messing up because it should just very clearly be 45 and 78. So what we'll do, come down here. Before I run average, I'll do the C out for everything again. Dang, man. Because this is what I want to make sure goes in. User colors dot red. Hey, stop that. 0 dot red. End line. User colors 0 dot green. Inline. User colors 0 dot blue. All right. Googly moogly. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay. Got it, got it, got it. 255 goes in. Not getting good answers here. That's working. This is not working. So it calls all of this, adds up all the reds. That's all fine and good. What is it modifying? Temp red is fine to get modified. And then you're going to repeat the same amount of times for this guy. Oh, what the heck? I see. Yeah. Get out of there. No, that's right. That should be fine. So basically, like, it goes through once, it adds everything up, so red gets the value, it does this, and then it goes into the second iteration for, like, the next red value. It's going to the next red value. Got it. This should be working. I don't understand why this is not working. So we gotta just troubleshoot some of this, right? So C out. C out, temp dot green. How about this instead? We're gonna print out what we get in user colors. So C out, user colors. 0. I want the first user colors. Give it all to me. So I get 245 centimeters. Everything's there. So index 0. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. How dumb. Again with me making these. It's my misunderstanding of how structs behave in here. I will still need. I'm still gonna need, cause like the structs are different from, like, they're not. These are no longer arrays. Like I'm getting, like, I just need everything from the first color, then the second color, third color, fourth color. So just I will do it. I will get it done. That should do it. Yeah, there it goes. Oh, so it took so long. Beautiful. Alright, fantastic. I think I got it finally. Now, tell me why, though, it's seeing out a bunch of stuff. Ah, right here. It's seeing out everything there. Okay, let's try one more time. Fantastic. Let me just do some math real quick. So 456 plus, what's the other one? 45 divided by 2. Yeah, nice. And then 78 plus another 78 divided by 2 should be 78. Wow, okay. This is working. I don't like this code. That code sucked. That one really did suck. Alright, let's go in here. I'm gonna paste it in the other IDE. See how it behaves. See what things I'm missing and what I need to do better. Alright, I got 30 points of everything. So 245. Okay, so it does want it to treat it as integers. It doesn't want to behave as we're not gonna treat them as, what do you call it, doubles. We want them as integers so that they'll truncate. There we go. Oopsie. So no fractions. That's fine. It's perfectly acceptable. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, they still got a time limit. Alright, whatever. Let's see. Unit test. Into read average, average test. It looks like there might be another function that they want me to write. That's okay. So I've got a few more seconds before I can submit again, which is kind of lame. See how the stream is doing probably not too good. Concurrent viewers, 4 people, 3 people. That's fine. I'm doing terribly anyways. Like I really don't expect anybody to be watching at this point. I wish they wouldn't put a cooldown timer on my submissions. I think everything's working pretty well though. Like, at the very least, it's all coming out properly. So the issue is that I don't have a I don't have the input, what do you call it, things. Oh, like the ranges. Like I can't do from 0 to 255. It can go outside of that range. I just do it over at once, which is not good. And I wonder how, like, if the thing is gonna test me on that. All right, let's see how it does this time. I'm just hoping for a better grade. 90, and then it failed this. So there's a unit test that it says bool test passed of streams main integer red average test red 2. What kind of test is that? I have no idea what test that is. So I've like all but passed it. So additionally, complete the average of each of the red, green, and blue components. For code modularity, implement a function that returns the average of each RGB component in a dynamic array. The function called average should take the struct array, the RGB type for which you want to compute the average, aha, and its length. Print out the final result. Oh, lame. It wants me to basically say like, hey, make an average, another average function that instead takes like my array and the other thing. Value. Completely lame. Lame. And its length. Ugh. I don't want to do that. I've got a 90 already. And I have more homework to do. I might come back to it, or fridge. I might just do it. Okay, let's do this. We'll return a double, or no, we'll return a integer. Call it color average. Or no, what do you want me to call it? Average. Tired. Woo. Yeah, it's gonna just be called average. Average. We're gonna input test. Okay, so we're gonna input the color arrays. User colors again. Right. We're gonna input a string selection, and then we're gonna input an int num colors as well. Now we're gonna do a switch case, so we're do enum, or no. We'll do ifs. If Yeah, here we go. So if selection equals red, we'll do God dang. Int I equals 1, else if selection equals green, we'll do I equals 2, and then else, of course. What the heck happened here? Else I equals 3, and we'll do a switch case. Switch based on I. Case 1 is for red. Come in here. We'll define these guys again. And then for case 1, we're literally just gonna run the for statement. Yeah, case 1, we'll run this. And then break out of it. Case 2, we'll run this. Break out of it. Case 3, we'll run the very last one for blue. It's like literally for all the other stuff we don't care. Break. And then default. Default. We'll just break. Alright. Something's gone terribly wrong. We have forgot our semicolons. Oh, no, that's not what we forgot. It just makes it worse. What did we forget, baby? A break statement may only be used with the loop or a switch. I'm in a switch, man. Do I need to parentheses you guys? Is that what's going on? Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like I need to put you guys in parentheses. That's alright. I'm smart enough to figure that out. There. A case label may only be used within a switch. I'm in a switch, dang it. Okay, first of all, this goes here, so I need to put a parentheses here. There you go. Case, done. Switch case. Beautiful. Okay. These parentheses aren't necessary, but I'm going to leave them in there because I really don't feel like fixing them. Now return, please. Return the average dot selection, if you would. I wonder if that'll work. No, it didn't work. Oh, I know what to do. So I'm giving a integer average back, right? So we calculated the temp red, and then what we're gonna do is calculate the average. We're gonna basically do everything again. just on a smaller scale, I guess. Average red equals that. Average green is going to equal this. And then average blue is going to equal this bad boy. Before the break, we might not even have to break, because what I'm going to do is return. Return average dot red, just like that. I don't care about breaking. I don't care about any of that. I'm just gonna get out of this statement by returning the thingy that I need to return. There's definitely better ways to do this, and I am not gonna do that. No, I don't care. Selection. You must have a bool. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. There, I got it. Now, let me paste this into the IDE and see if it works. For submitting, because like it literally just wants a function that's called average to do like this thing that it does. Aha, got it. Yes. Ah, I finished. Finally. It's over. The nightmare. The nightmare. Hi, Ethan. I just finished this last lab. I got more work to do. It's been a long day. Let's see. That took 3 hours and 30 minutes. I could have done a painting in that time, and I just spent it doing this stinky code. Oh well. Anyways, I've got to get to work on some other stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I know you probably didn't enjoy, because I didn't enjoy. That sucked. That was horrible. It took forever to figure out this stupid code. And to be honest with you, like, I got lost so often. There's probably no educational entertainment here or educational value whatsoever, other than like not what to do. Don't follow me. Don't listen to what I'm saying in this code. Like, obviously I got the answer right and I finished it or whatever, but it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it to finish it. It was hard. Like, I feel so unorganized. I mean, looking at it now, I guess it's like not that unorganized, but seriously, this last one, it gave me so many issues. All right, anyways, that's enough complaining from me. I hope you guys are having a good day, good night, wherever you are, whatever time it is around you. And I'll be seeing you in the next one. All right, bye, guys. Goodbye. Have a good night.